Are you suggesting, Jimmy, that the problem was not so much the second half and the way that Everton came back into the game, but that Leeds, when they were on the top in the first half and had 10 shots, only had 1 goal to show for it?
Yeah, but you know that in the Premier League there is so much quality. When you're on top and you don't score the second goal, you know that the other team is going to get a spell in the game. Whatever happens, it's going to get in a spell, and you have to defend properly. They did it majority of the game, defending properly. There was one moment that they didn't, and they got punished. But I would have liked to see them having the ball a little bit more in the second half and be a little bit more calmer with the ball and calm the game down. They went too quick, too soon for the counter-attack instead of having 5 passes together and then go forward. But nevertheless, a point away at Everton, I think before the game, Leeds will take that.
How do you think they will fare against Arsenal? Do you think they will cause Arsenal problems when we consider, Jamie, from the top of my head, they've played Manchester United, Chelsea and Liverpool and not lost any of those fixtures, beat Chelsea?
I'd probably look at it another way on the fact of what we've spoken about with Arsenal. How many problems will Arsenal cause them? I think the nature of the way Arsenal play, you know, they went to Everton, let's say a similar sort of level team, if you like. They won their 1-0 Arsenal. I think if Arsenal are going to go to Leeds and win the game, it might be by the odd goal. As I said, they don't score an abundance of goals, they rely on set pieces. So I think just through that fact means that Leeds should be able to stay in the game as long as they can, even if they are 1-0 down. And, you know, the atmosphere, the crowd there, and what they've done, as I said, they've done had some big scalps there this season. So I think it'll be a really tough game for Arsenal. I'd expect Arsenal to win, but I could see it by being, you know, by the odd goal.
Would you be confident at this stage saying that they will stay up?
Yeah, I think so. It's 6 points. I think, yeah, there's still 15 matches to go. But there's a lot to catch up for, like, West Ham. And
6
at the
points?
yeah, 6 points. So
2 games?
Yes, 2 games. I have to stay confident. I think how they are playing, the energy that they're showing, the togetherness that they're showing, I think if they keep on going like that, they will pick up points.
They just have to look after themselves, don't they?
I think it's been brilliant. I do. You think of that first game at home to Everton, the atmosphere, you know, Ellen Road, and some of the football they played their first half was fantastic.
So far, so good. There, hat-trick of celebrations. So come on, Jimmy, you're the dancing specialist here. We need you to judge the actual dance move in the middle of that.
I give him a 9.
Yeah.
I give him a 10 for the goal. I give him a 9 for the dance. But look, come on. You score, you have to celebrate. You have to take these moments, enjoy these moments, and that's what he's doing. Well done.
I give him a 7.
Yes.
Give him a 7. No. You're like Craig.
You know the brilliant thing about that is when we watched him the first half of the season, you almost felt for me. He almost looked shy. He almost looked like...
Well, you saw that in the interview as well, James.
You know, I see, but what I'm saying is, that's confidence. The celebration is confidence because he scored 4 in 5 games. At the start of the season, you're looking like a boy who'd come from Villarreal, didn't feel like he fitted in really. You almost felt sorry for him, you know, watching him play. But you think that type of celebration, that only comes with sort of a confidence and an arrogance.
Personality is coming out. What is good about him, he worked his socks off. He works really hard. Now, does everything come off? No. But he can get better at the simple things. You know, the combination work, the holding up the ball, when to go into the space and when not. But the good thing that he has, he's got a nose for the goal. You know, he's got 4 in 5. This goal he took really, really well. He's going to score more goals. He needs to work on the other things of the game.
Brilliant finish and earned his side a point tonight after James Justin had given Leeds United the lead in the first half, and we can hear from him now with P. Mullenstein.
It's a point, but it's an important point in the Premier League. What's your assessment of that performance today?
I feel like we started the first half pretty well, although in the first 10 seconds they got a corner, but overall in the first half we played quite well and went a goal up and had a few chances to make it more, but didn't take them. And then obviously they're a decent side and established Premier League side, so you know, coming away to a place like this they're going to have their spells, and most of the second half we were defending, and in the end we'll take a point.
Let's talk about that first half, because it felt like Leeds were really in control. What do you think worked particularly well in that opening 45?
I just feel like we had trust in the way we were playing, and we had a bit of confidence coming into the game. It also helps having longer to prepare for the game, which we had. But it's just one of those things. There's ebbs and flows in football, and you just have to ride the wave when you can.
You did get a goal in that first half. Just talk us through it when you saw the opportunity for you.
Yeah, well, I got a bit of stick from one of the coaching staff because he says I arrive in the box too quick, so I thought I'd wait a little bit longer this time, and luckily it came off, so I've got him to thank for that. But yeah, so I'm glad to get on the score sheet, but gutted we didn't win.
First Premier League goal, I think, for you for Leeds as well. How important is that for you personally too? Yeah,
I mean, it's a big step in the right direction for me. I've been playing recently, feeling good, body's feeling good, and happy overall.
In terms of the difference then in the second half, where did you feel the biggest difference was compared to that first half performance?
They brought on my mate, Keenan. Yeah, he was very good, and he was finding spaces in the pockets, and I thought they were occupying obviously the 10 spots really well, and yeah, he made a big difference when he came on, and obviously the centre half as well, they made a big difference, and that's the quality they have, and that's why they're established Premier League side.
It is just still the one defeat in your last 10 Premier League games since the start of December. How important is that though, especially with the aspirations that Leeds have this season?
Yeah, I mean, we're not afraid to talk about our goal, and that goal is to stay in the Premier League no matter what, and to keep ticking points on the board and keep putting up ones or threes. It doesn't matter to us as long as we're moving in the right direction towards the end of the season.
Well done today. Thank you very much for your time.
Now they're 6 points clear of the bottom three thanks to his goal in a really good first half performance. He played well all night, Jamie. You'd be interested to hear him talk about the fact that he had to delay his run into the box. The coaching staff said he was getting there too early.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? You know, as I said, there's so many sort of...
For some, that's centre forwards at Everton, hasn't it, Connor?
100%, and I still think it's a heavy shirt. It's a massive club to play for, and they've got big shoes to fill, whoever goes and plays as a number 9, as a striker at that football club. But what I can say about him, he's working his socks off. I think we can see that every single game. He's being rewarded now with goals. I thought his goal tonight was fantastic. I thought his movement, and more no more than me, being in that position, but his movement to get in front of the man, and he mentioned at half-time about attacking the near post, I think was brilliant, and he got his reward. So that's all you can ask for him, and I liked his interview there. I really liked his interview talking about adapting and being in the league last year and making sure he adapts to this league and working hard every day. That's what you want to hear. So I'm really, really made up for him, and I'm happy the goals are coming now.
Let's have a look at that movement then, because there's sometimes that come with confidence, come with the relationships when you know the
contact on it. But what I was saying a moment ago, even though he didn't get contact, somebody else is at the back post, as it was James Justin, to finish it off. That was exactly the same run, only this time the centre forward finished.
And is the difference, he was making those runs when he first came to the club, wasn't A, being found, and B, they were just flying over the bar or wide, and now they're going in on a regular basis.
Exactly. Making the run is one thing. You ought to make the run whether you're confident or not, but the actual finishing touches, that's then confidence. I mean, sometimes you will play safe. You know, if you're not confident, just think, oh, hit the target, just get a boot on it. Sometimes when you just know you're going to score, do you know what? I'll flick it high. The defender could get a little foot in here. I'll flick it over him. I'll go into the roof of the net. Finishing comes naturally when you're confident as well. So, and that looked like a confident boy's finish. And no wonder he's in a decent, rich vein of form at the moment. And he could have had another goal or two today. I mean, Everton put the pressure on in the second half. It was a much better performance. But it's nice to see him doing well, because you could see when he first came to the club, he looked short on confidence. And it's nice to see a bit of perseverance and him getting the results.
Yeah, in terms of where Everton want to go, nudged into the top 10, a goal-scoring centre forward can help massively, can't it?
It's vital. It's vital for any team who want to do well. It's vital for any football club who want to do well, not just Everton. And I think they've needed that. Listen, I've got a lot of mates who are Everton fans, and early on in the season, we all know what Everton fans are like, and they're quick to voice their opinion on everything when it comes to football, which is why they're so good. But as Mo said, I'm just happy to see him doing well. I'm happy to see from where Everton need to be. We're talking about the likes of Fulham's and Brentford's doing fantastic this year, Newcastle's. You can put Everton within that bracket. They want to be focusing on getting towards that top half of the table, getting into European spots, getting into these sorts of things, and they need consistency with that. And a big part of it is a goal scorer. So if they've got that in Tieno Barry, it's even better.
Yeah, he needs to keep getting better though as well. I mean, he got man of the match and he's scoring a couple of goals at the moment, but as Connor said, that's an important position. That's a huge shirt in English football, is the Everton number 9 shirt, or the Everton centre forward. You know, where he is at the moment is getting better, but there still needs to be more improvement if he's going to, you know, hold down that place and play, you know, play for years to come. So yes, it's great to see him getting better, but there's still loads of room for improvement, and let's hope he can continue this way, because it's an important position, and it's a position that they've struggled with for a while, and they're desperate to fill it, and he's got the shirt at the moment.
Talking of getting better, it almost got better for Everton with Idrissa Gana Gueye, who I think a few fans behind the goal at
Bior as well, which I think gave him a little bit more control in the game.
Yeah, there was a real contrast tonight, wasn't there? We've got some facts and figures to show from the first half where, as we pointed out at half-time, Leeds United were dominating, and then, as Connor says, the change from the Everton manager and the 2 substitutes. I mean, look at that compared to the second half, from not a shot on target to 3 and 1 in the back of the net. More shots from Everton, and Leeds in the second half with just the 1 effort on target.
Yeah, I thought Leeds were brilliant in the first half, and they were possibly unlucky not to go in 2 up. Obviously, Calvert-Lewin hitting the post and 1 or 2 other chances, but it did swing in the second half. Moyes changed formation and changed personnel, but I think the formation was more important than anything. OK, you need certain players to play in that formation, but I think that the Leeds formation was hurting Everton more than anything. I mean, James Garner mentioned struggling to get onto the second balls, but if you've got players in the wrong positions or out of position, then you can never get onto that second ball. So I think it was a formation problem in the first half that David Moyes changed and did the right thing. I just wonder whether he could have done it halfway through the first half, and then that would have saved them getting a good beating in that first half. But no, Everton came back.